Welcome to our next region. We are beginning to study the Southwest region. Even though the Southwest region covers a large amount of land, it has the smallest number of states compared to the other regions. There are only 4 states in the Southwest region. As you can see, here are the 4 states. We have Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. The Southwest region stretches west from the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Texas to the Colorado River in Arizona. Mexico borders the region to the south. See that here. The Sonoran Desert and the Chihuahuan Desert make up a large part of the land in the Southwest region. The Sonoran Desert covers most of the southern half of Arizona, all the way east to New Mexico. The Sonoran Desert has large sandy plains and bleak mountains. Branches of the Colorado River run through it, so many trees, cacti, and shrubs find enough water to grow there. Beautiful flowering cacti and yucca make the desert seem more like a garden than the open sandy place one might imagine. The Chihuahuan Desert is the largest desert in North America. It is approximately 800 miles long and 250 miles wide. Most of the Chihuahuan Desert is in Mexico. In the United States, it extends into parts of New Mexico, Texas, and sections of southeastern Arizona. Can you guess which desert is shown in these pictures? So if you look over here, the top and the bottom are the Sonoran Desert, and the middle, right here, is the Chihuahuan Desert. The Southwest has vast plains, spectacular canyons, and colorful plateaus. The eastern part of the Southwest region is made up of plains, which are areas of flat land. The Central Plains are the lowest lands in the Southwest region. The fertile soil of the Central Plains spreads from the coast of Texas along the Gulf of Mexico and into the central Oklahoma. The Central Plains are home to many farms and ranches, as you can see down here. Now, further west, the land rises to form the Colorado Plateau. A plateau is a high, flat landform that rises steeply from the land around it. So you can see some plateaus right up here. The Colorado Plateau covers much of northern New Mexico and Arizona. Most of the Colorado Plateau is fairly level, but it is crisscrossed by hundreds of deep canyons. A canyon is a deep, narrow valley with steep sides. The largest and most famous of these canyons is the Grand Canyon, which many of you have probably heard of. Now, the Grand Canyon runs through 217 miles of Arizona. Parts of the Grand Canyon are a mile deep and 18 miles wide. The Grand Canyon is so deep that the top and the bottom have different weather. The Grand Canyon is made up of layers of rock. The bottom layers are more than 1 billion years old. That's super old. At the bottom of the canyon in the Colorado River, and the river has been flowing through the Grand Canyon for millions of years. The force of the water has caused the walls of the canyon to wear away over time. So think, it's rubbing away through the water. What is that called? Well, the weathering away of a rock is called erosion, and erosion is why the Grand Canyon is so deep. The Colorado River travels south and west down through some of the driest parts of the country. Then it crosses into Mexico and ends up in the Gulf of California. The Colorado River is 1,470 miles long. Many smaller rivers flow into the Colorado. Rivers that join other rivers are called tributaries. Each tributary adds water and soil, called silt, to the Colorado. This silt gives the river its reddish-brown color, and you can see this reddish-brown color really well in some of these pictures here. The Hoover Dam is one of America's greatest manufactured structures. Hoover Dam was built to control flooding on the Colorado River and to store water. An area where water is stored is called a reservoir. The Hoover Dam was built more than 60 years ago. Lake Mead, the lake behind the Hoover Dam, produces water for many of the people in the Southwest region. The Rio Grande River also brings much needed water to the area. The Rio Grande is 1,885 miles long. The Rio Grande begins in the mountains of the Colorado and then flows south through the middle of New Mexico. Then the river turns southeast, making a big bend along the border of Texas, until it empties into the Gulf of Mexico. The Rio Grande forms part of the border between the United States and Mexico. All right, now what we're going to do is take a look at your assignment. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to this page and you are going to open up the Southwest region student pages. On slide 2, you will answer your true, false before questions. The Southwest region has a large number of states. Then much of the land is desert. The Rio Grande forms a border between Texas and Mexico, and the Hoover Dam was built to control flooding of the Mississippi River. Write your true, false is in the before section. Then you will go to slide 3 and 4 and read about the land and water of the region. And then you will go and answer questions 1, 2, and 3. What is a tributary? What is a reservoir? And how is the eastern part of the region different from the western part? As always, try to write it in a complete sentence, such as the eastern part of the Southwest is different than the western part. And then put your because there, and then explain why it's different. Go back to your text and figure out complete examples why. Once you've answered each of those questions, then you'll come back up here and you'll answer your after. Once you've done that, then you will turn this in, and then you will come back next time and I'll give you some more information about the Southwest region. All right, see you next time.